Hello, everybody. Give me just a second so I can share this to my page real quick. As you come on, let me know you're here. All right, come on. Why aren't you showing me anything? Come on. Okay. Apparently I'm not going to be on Facebook. So, or at least it's not showing for me. Anyway. All right, let me try something different, Dan. All right. Hello. Yeah. I'm not on Facebook because when I done the thing, it said there was an error. So it's going to be YouTube only. Okay, no worries. So, all right. I'm going to go, hello. All right, since I can't really do anything there, then let me turn my sound off on my phone. That way I'm not bothered there. Hello, everybody. Okay. Y'all didn't know I'm Keri Marie from Mountain Gal Creations. I'm a designer. Designer for Uniquely Creek, and we're gonna do I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna do the Patriotic Butterfly Kit. Last I checked, here's the number for it. The last I looked, there was still some of these available, and of course most of your stuff for the kit will come in this bag with the exception of the wreath board. So what you get the Uniquely Creek ring board. You'll get this handy dandy little packet, which it comes with your pipe cleaners for your re-sign. It also comes with the cable mounts for your re-sign, which I already attached. What I do, I take a little bit of sandpaper, I scruff up the back of my sign, then I use E6000 to attach the cable mounts. Give them a couple of hours to dry. Might not take a couple hours, but give it a couple of hours to dry, and there's that. But look how pretty this sign is. Isn't that pretty? So there's that. And you'll also get a little measuring tape. And then, of course, you'll get the little card that shows you, or you can scan to go to YouTube for their tutorials and everything. So there is that. And then, of course, there is 100 zip ties in here, so more than enough. So there's that. Also, you get a roll of the natural jute mesh. All right. And then you also get 2 of these floral bushes. So those are really, really pretty. In the description of the live, I put the SKU numbers for most of this individually. Sadly, there wasn't one for the butterfly, but you get this 1.5 inch ribbon, you get this 2.5, and then this 5/8 red kind of lacy like ribbon. which is really, really, really pretty. I like it. I like those ribbons. And I believe that's it. I don't think I left anything out. So, alright, so what I'm going to do is go ahead and bring it down to the board and we'll get started. Alright, so let's, I don't know why when it goes down it always goes crooked. Okay, so I'm just going to take our board and put it to the side real quick. Alright, and then what we're going to do, alright, so what I'm going to do, or done, I should say. Let me move those out of the way real quick. I took the mesh and cut it 22 inches because there is 16 rows of holes in the ring board. So in your mesh you get 360 inches. So that's your 30 feet. So I just took 16 and divided into that, and you get 22 inches. Now your last piece might be a hair short, but it's not going to matter. So I done 16 of these, and I cut them 32 inches. Okay, so let's, and I'm going to do the folded woodland ruffle. We're going to do something just a hair different. So let's go ahead and curl this side up. And then we are going to curl this side up. And then I'm just going to take my thumbs and these fingers, I'm going to pull down but push up with these fingers because we're going to create like a hump in our mesh. And it helps like the outer edges, the ruffle part of the woodland ruffle, to be a little more ruffly, if that's even a word. And then just take this, we're going to bring this around. Alright, get our nub. And I grab a zip tie to put on these because if you try the rubber band, the inner part of the mesh will slide right on out. Alright, so we'll cut that, or you can go ahead and then just put it right on your board. But I like to do all my pieces at once, so that's why I use the zip tie. Go ahead and zip tie it. Okay, and then what we're going to do, we're going to use our outer holes, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and load up the board. And the reason I started here is because with this mesh, I'm going to add a piece of that lacy red ribbon, which I cut at 14 inches. I'm going to add that in with it. And for what I have down here at the bottom, I'm not going to use all the holes. I think it's only going to be 12, but I won't know till we get down here and we add the floral part. So I'm not real certain how many pieces of the red ribbon tails we'll need just yet, but I'm thinking 12, but don't quote me on it. And I already see that, oh, I thought I had that one backwards. So let's just go ahead. Alright, I'm just going to turn this over because it is easier for me just to go through here and add these in. From the back, to me it's quicker. Just go ahead, get all around. And like I said, the outside row. fingers to cooperate. Oh, really? Sweet. Yeah, no, Mama Jean. When I went live, it came up and said error for Facebook, so I'm sorry. We just on YouTube at the moment. Okay. So, and I'm going to start right about here, which here's our bottom of the wreath. So it's 2 holes up. I'm going to start here because I think that's where I want to start with the red ribbon going around. So I'm going to go ahead, and that's going to be a pain in the butt, actually, now that I think about it. Oh, don't worry about being late. Trust me, it's all right. That's what replays are good for. I'm going to have to start over here, so that means I need to start here. Or no, we can still start here. Whew. I need to get my brain together. Okay. Then I took this, and then I just kind of cut the ends of the ribbon at a diagonal. All right, and then yes, I did singe the ends with a lighter. And I'll show you probably here in a minute because, okay, good. Well, I don't know why it come up saying I wasn't, but anyway, yay! So, but let me show you. I'm going to cut just a little piece of, or well, no, you can see on the end we're already cut. See how that kind of frays? Well, see how that frays a little bit? You can just take the lighter and just singe it. It don't catch on fire or nothing because of what it's made out of. So you're all good. But I do that to make it look nicer. All right. And then, like I said, this is on this side 1, 2, 3 up from the very bottom. That's where I'm starting out on this one to add this, because I ain't going to add the ribbon in all of them because there's no sense in it. Might not even be sense in adding this one, but that's all right, because of where we're going to put the florals on the bottom of this. So let's go ahead and get this zipped in here. And again, the mesh is cut at 22 inches. And the ribbon is cut at 14. All right. And then I'll show you again a couple of times here how to do the woodland, folded woodland ruffle as I call it. But I'm going to go ahead and just kind of continue a couple of times with what I already have made. All right, get our 5/8 inch ribbon. Get it on there. Go a little, there we go. Hello, everybody. All right. And you can put them as close together as you want, as far apart as you want. Up to you. And, I mean, if you want, you can add one of the other ribbons to it. All up to you. This is just kind of my vision for the kit, so to say. Alright. So, I have this one folded. So bear with me. Get it folded here. Add it in here. Alright. Let's get it on down there. get you going around here. And then just, you know, take this and I'm just kind of bring it up, and then I just kind of pinch this down here. You might have to turn the ribbon a little bit. So there we go. All right. Hello, Marianne. Yeah, I don't know what the whole Facebook was. I went out, went back in, and it just kept saying error. So I don't know. It's hard to. Facebook is a finicky thing. I do believe they're like updating something because mine's been kind of on the wonky. All right, now come on. On the wonky side the past couple of days, doing weird things. So I don't know. Okay. Yes, you do. These boards are so easy to use. I love them way better than the wire boards. Way better. Because my hands, I don't have a whole lot of strength in them to be able to pull the, whether you use zip ties or pipe cleaners, and I never could get them to stay. There's all the time like slipping, and then came across these and I started using these and I have not went back. For me personally, these boards are the best ever. So, alright. For some reason. Alright. So let's go ahead and show you how I made the medal. The Keri Marie. It can be whatever you want it to be. I just call it the folded woodland ruffle because it is a woodland ruffle. So you start out with it. And again, I cut these at 22 inches. You just curl up that end, roll it a couple of times, do the same. And then again, you pull down with these fingers, push up with your thumb to create a hump here. And just scrunch up to that side. And then all you're doing is bringing this around to create a nub here. Get you a zip tie. Come in here. And zip tie it down. And you might have to just kind of mess with this a little bit. Get your ruffle to looking pretty. Alright. Kind of tuck in your curled ends if they want to stick out. That's usually the mesh will stick together. If not, you can use a dab of glue to get it to stay in there. But there's your folded, what I call a folded woodland ruffle. Alright, I'm going to have to like cut some more of these. Because like I said, I wasn't sure how many to use, and I didn't want to waste a bunch of zip ties trying to figure it out, so I just cut so many. Alright, let's let go of that now. So we're just going to bring it over here, put that down into the zip tie, and then we're going to zip her on up. Alright, cut off the excess. Just kind of play with your ribbon. Get it to lay on there, however. Alright. Grab another one of our pre-made, because I always like to try and do the mesh all at once instead of trying to do it individually. To me, it just gets a little unnerving. So I always try to do the mesh pieces. Do them all up front. Same with ribbon tails. I'll usually try and cut all them at once if there's ribbon tails, just to kind of make it run smoother when you do a wreath. So there is a lot of prep work usually in these before the live. All right. All right. And this ribbon, like, the wire in it is so good. Like, you just, you know, however you want to pull it, push it, curl it, like, this stuff just bends to your command. Like, I love this stuff. It's great, great, great. It is, it is. Alright, so grab our ribbon. I don't really know if there is kind of a front side or a back side to it. Can't really tell, to be honest. I'm going to cut this end off. Hang on just a second. It's got a piece of wire hanging out. I don't want to poke myself. Or somebody else get poked. Hello. Me too, Miss Judy. I love this, I don't know, lace weave. I should have looked up the SKU number for it to see what they actually call it. It's called a lacy ribbon. Lacy looking. Alright. Of course the mesh wants to stick to it. Alright. Now let me cut, let's see, 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 more pieces of this. So let's get it out. Again, get it close to 14. I'm just trying to cut it like, you'll see that it's got like the hump. I try and cut it down in the crease. So go out a little beyond 14 to the first thing in that, and then I'm just going to come in here and I'm just going to follow the line here. Just cut that diagonally, and then come over here and just trim this one up. And like I said, you can singe this. It is not going to catch fire, at least I haven't. And I've caught things on fire before, so. Okay. So there's one. Because like I said, if you don't, it does have the ends that frays a good little bit on it. So there's 2. And will be our 3rd. Hopefully this is all we'll need. Fingers crossed. Just gonna go ahead and bring them together. Just pinch it down there at the bottom. Alright, and then hopefully our last one. This was actually, this is the Patriotic kit, butterfly wreath kit. Last I checked, it was still on there. I did add the SKUs in the description. So you could probably punch it in. I don't know if Lori has it or not. I didn't even think to look and check that, but I did put the SKUs on there. So you can find it. Lori or whoever may have it. But it come in the kit. Okay, so let's see if we can carry on, my friends. Let's see what it looks like. Alright, let me move these over here so I can scooch at it. Alright, so poor mom, she's probably trying to find me. And she don't do YouTube, so bless her heart. Okay. Alright, there we go. But yeah, this is like really nice ribbon. Like I said, the wire that's in it, like it does whatever you want, basically. So, just gonna chug right along. Chug right along. Of course, the mesh wants to stick to it constantly. Alright. Put in there. Alright, come on. Work with me here, mesh. Okay. My zip tie. Come on, let go. Pin in the booty. I don't know, but it seems to me like this natural, it seems like it will stick to everything coming and going. To me, it seems more so this type than other. I don't know. It could just be me. I don't know, because I do use this a lot, but I don't know. But this stuff seems to just stick to everything. Okay, get that in there. And then the rest of these, I don't think I'm going to put ribbon in it because I'm going to put the florals down here. I might not even have to have done this one here. Because it may end up just getting covered up, actually. Okay, so we will go ahead and do this one, and then I will go ahead and make up the last three. Goodness gracious. Alright, let's put that over here. Let's go ahead and do the last three pieces. Alright, again, this was cut at 22 inches. That should use your whole roll of mesh. You want to just curl this a couple of times. Turn this around. Of course, it's curl side up. Curl this side once or twice, and then you're going to pull down but push up with your thumbs because you want to create like a hump in the mesh. Might be hard for y'all to see, but it does create a hump. And to me, that gives more to the ruffle. So then we're just going to bring it around, and you want to try and make sure these are about the same, which most usually they are. All right. Add your zip tie. Alright, lay that over to the side. Continue on with the other two. Roll a couple of times. Roll it a couple of times. Pull down, push. Get your hump and then scrunch. I think so too. It's like, I don't know. Like I said, I use this a good bit. And to me, it seems like it just, I don't know. It wants to attack everything. Stick to it. Stick to it. Alright. Now, put these in here. Last one. Roll a couple of times. Put your clip on. Of course, I'm a country girl. Use a clothespin. Alright. Okay. And just keep playing with your mesh till you get it where it looks decent. Alright. Again. Pull. And then there's our pieces to put in here. Alright. So you're just going to grab them. Stick them in here. Oop. Still. It's pulled. Okay. In here. I don't know, and I love like this method, this petal, whatever you want to call it, my folded woodland ruffle, because I like the ruffle part, I like the curl looking part. I think it's just, I don't know, to me it's pretty. It's kind of my go-to. Most of you, if you watch me a lot, know. I do like this petal. So, alright. This is the last one. Be a little bit trying to get in under here. Get to your zip tie, but it ain't going to hurt anything just to push that up. Pull this down in here. Might mess your ribbon up, but you can fix that. No problem. Alright. Okay. So, there is that. Alright, so let me find the top again, which is here. Lay this down. Alright. Oh, no worry, Miss Linda. I cut 16 pieces at 22 inches. And then these ribbon pieces are 14. So, yep. Okay, so I'm done with that. Let's move that out of the way. What I was thinking is putting the flower bushes down here. And I'm going to go ahead and cut this off if I can. Alright. But we're going to keep this. We're just going to kind of fan this out a little bit. Just play with it. You're welcome, Miss Linda. Just kind of get it to look nice and fluffy and airy. You know, just get it all poofed out here, so to say. Don't be afraid to play with it. You're not going to hurt it any at all. Alright. And then just kind of play with this hair too. Get all this right out here. Grab a hold of this. And just kind of fluff it out. Just kind of get things on their supposed path, or whatever you want to call it. But alright, there's somewhat of it. Alright. I'm going to lay this right in there for now. Come over here and do the same. Now this, I went ahead and cut it because I thought I was going to do another direction with this. So I just went back and zip tied it. That's why you're seeing the zip ties. So I'm going to come in here and get this separated out. So you don't have to take it apart or anything for this one. Just kind of floof them out. Like I said, I did because I was going to go, like I said, another direction with this and didn't. So I was like, well, I'll just zip tie her back together. And I'll kind of mess with this a little more once we get it on there, but I'm going to try and go ahead and get what I can poofed out here. Okay. So I don't want them too close together because, let's see, that's 4 inches. So let's bring that on out to there. Alright, I think. So the bottom is right here. So we will go the next set of holes up. We're going to put us a zip tie right over top of the zip tie we used for the mesh in that set of holes. Yeah, hopefully. Come on. Probably shouldn't have cut that off too short, but I kind of didn't have a choice once I cut that apart. Alright. our zip tie in there. Now, just going to part the mesh here. And wouldn't you know it, I did. After all that struggle buzzing, I put the zip tie in there backwards. Alright. Oh gosh, is the sound gone for everybody else? Goodness gracious. Just ain't meant to be tonight or something, I guess. Huh. Alright. Let's put that in there. I'll probably zip tie the next set of holes in this too, actually. Make sure that's on there good. So, let's go up the next. Oh, okay. User error. Well, that makes me feel a little better. I was like, oh no. Facebook wasn't working, and then the sound goes on YouTube. Woo! Goodness. Okay, so I'm going to go up to the next set of holes. Put a zip tie in. Now, you don't have to zip tie the whole piece in. Just grab, you know, some of the, just a part of the bush here. Don't have to be the whole kit and caboodle. Okay. If I can find the end of the zip tie. There it is. I'll say I see it. Just can't get my hand in here to get her done. Urgh. Maybe that would have been smarter to cut that piece and stick it in here. Alright. Kind of doing it by feel, and we're not getting anywhere that way either. Alright, let me get in here a little better. Alright, goodness gracious. I don't know why that, and of course, there's the end. Really shouldn't be this hard. There we go. Me too, they're so pretty. Alright, like I said, I'll mess with that later. Alright, so say that was the bottom. Sorry, y'all. No, actually, this is the bottom. So we need to go one up from the bottom. That way our bow won't hide a bunch of the florals. So we're just going over top of this mesh piece here, which is one hole over from the very bottom hole. Okay, and we're just gonna lay our floral bush right in there. Zip tied it. Oh. All right. going to do the same thing on this side. Down in there. As I did the other side, I'm going to go the next hole up. Bend these ones up. And we're going to go right over the piece of mesh on the next one up with our zip tie. And I'm going to have to get in here. Everything kind of separated a bit in order to zip tie this in here. Well, this side wasn't near as hard as the other side, but I think that's because where I had it cut and to re-put it back together. Okay. So now I know that's not gonna move. Alright, I'll just bend those back up and we'll fluff all that a little more once we do our bow. So okay, there's that. So let's go ahead and grab our butterfly. And let's get our pipe cleaners put in there. Alright, so there's that. Now, here was my idea. Or a couple ideas. I'll give you another idea. Now you could take the butterfly and put it right there if you want. And you could have added one of the other ribbons and the ribbon tails if you want. Up to you. Whew. Kind of stiff on that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the butterfly up here. Alright, so let me find the top again. Make sure we're still on track. So we are. So I'm going to, like I said, bring the butterfly up here. And if I do that, is that gonna, yeah, okay, so I'm gonna set a holes here where I think it'll look pretty good out. And hopefully we get it centered in here and get it to going. Maybe. Man, why isn't the pipe cleaner going down in there? Well, daggone it. Sorry if my big head's in the way. Come on, dude. Shouldn't have to get the needle thing out, but I will. Okay, so there's that side. I'm just barely going to twist it because I'm going to try and make sure we get it even. So let's kind of turn it over. Okay, so here's our top. So we want 1, 2 over. So we need to go 1, 2 over. So that's about where that is at. So let's get down in here. Hopefully. Shouldn't really be that hard, but mine really is wanting to be. So let me flip it back over and make sure we're still okay. So 1, 2, 1, 2. All right, so let me go ahead, tie that in there. Hopefully I got it. I didn't pull it too tight, and it still looks good from the other side. If not, I guess we'll go back and redo it. So, all right, again, the top. Okay, that looks, you can bring this up and over. I don't think it'll hurt it, or you can keep it tucked back in behind there. Bring this one on around. No. Okay. Fix it a little bit. So, okay. I'm going to pull it down. Alright, so I'm going to put that up there. And then now I'm going to make a bow for down here. So see why I said I wasn't going to go all the way around? You're just kind of wasting ribbon. I mean, you might see some of it in behind all this, but, you know, save it for another project. Okay? So now what I do, I'm going to try and put a bow here. Fingers crossed. Alright, and then I can always, you know, we can bring this up, fluff it up. So let's do the bow. Okay? Yeah, I wanted to do something kind of different. So, alrighty. So, whew. Let me kind of get all the stuff from the flowers off of here. Okay, so here's this, and let's get the 2.5 inch. See, I even sit and cut ribbon tails with this morning, but then when I started putting it together a little bit, see what it looked like, I was like, that's going to be too much. Along with the butterfly, it ain't going to let the butterfly stand out. So, I was like, nah, we can use them for something else. So, get us a tail here. Alright, I'm going to start off with 6-inch loops, okay? And I'm going to do 2 of this one for each side. Alright. So just pull that, get our loops to where they're playing nice here. Right. Twist this side to where the underside of the ribbon is facing up. Alright, bring this down. Put my thumb here at the 6. Twist that in. And here at the thing on your bow maker, always kind of get this out and your bow will look better. Alright, so then I'm just gonna push those up. Give this a twist where the underside is showing. Alright. Put my thumb here on the 6. Push that down. And again, make sure your ribbon on the bottom and top, the wire is gonna look good. And come over here, pinch, twist. Alright. Over here. Do the same. Put my thumb on the 6. Slide this down. And come in here. Make sure your wire is looking good. And come down here. Cut your tail. Alright. Then I'm going to do one loop of this one at 5 inches. Alright. So in here, make this one just a little shorter than that one. Alright, pinch here, give it a twist. Alright, kind of pull this down because we want to do the 5. I'm going to make a 5-inch loop. Alright, so put my thumb there on the 5 line mark and pull this till you get your loop. Push down. And then just go back in here. Make sure your wire is looking good. Pull this down and come over here, twist, pinch and twist. Alright, put your ribbon down through there. Put your thumb on the 5. Pull and push down. And come down here. We're going to cut our tail. Alright, so there's that. Again, make sure our loops are good on the wire part. Alright, now we're going to get this, and I'm going to do 2 loops of this. Alright, so just make this a little shorter. Put it in here, and this, I don't think it really matters whether you twist it or not, because it looks to be about the same. And then we'll move that, and we're going to do 4 inches on this one. Alright. So, same thing with this. Twist. Go over here to the 4. Put our finger there. Come down. Alright. And let's do another 4. Pinch and twist. Over here to the 4. Put our finger there. That down in there. Come down. And I'll cut it. Might have cut it a little too short, but that's alright. Okay, so of course the tails might be too long anyway for the others. Okay, so let's get a zip tie, and we need actually another pipe cleaner. I don't think a zip tie is going to work. So hopefully you have an extra pipe cleaner laying around. Of course, we probably didn't think we would make a bow for this one. So you probably could use a zip tie, but I don't think so because I think it's going to be too thick with the mesh and all that. So I'll put that pipe cleaner under the ribbon. Or did I put it in right? Nope. Okay. Now we got it in the right place. Alright, and then we're going to pull all that up. Put your thumb there. And we're just going to lay our zip tie right over top of that. Bring your bow up with your fingers, because underneath your fingers are holding it like this, sliding it up the post. Your thumb's holding, and you're bringing your thumb and your fingers together. Alright, and then I'll just poke the head of the zip tie down between the two fingers that's holding underneath. Bring this around and just zip tie it. Alright. And then pull. Alright. So, here be your bow. Our tail's going down. Alright. And then for me, y'all know me. Let's see. Would a little piece of this actually work to hide that? I guess it would. So we'll cut us a piece of this. Get my finger protectors for this. Alright. All I'm going to do is lay that down over that to hide the zip tie. Turn our bow over. And then we're going to hot glue that to the back of the bow here. Just push it down with the finger. Cut this one side off there where it was cut at a diagonal there. I can cut it exactly straight. Alright, then I'm just going to pull this side. And I am going to cut that off a little bit. Got it just a hair too long. Alright. I'll put some glue there. Pull this. And then lay it down. Of course, give it just a couple of seconds. Hello, Ruthie. Yeah, for some reason, Facebook was being a pain. So, YouTube only tonight. Okay. So then I'm just gonna give that one or two twists. Alright. Bring this back around. Okay, so let's move that out of the way. Alright, and let's bring this back up. Move that back out of the way too. Alright, so now what we're going to do is put our bow on our very bottom row of holes. All right. And in there. This side in here. All right. Flip our bow around here, hopefully. Yeah, that's going to cover pretty good. Alright, so let's pull down on that just a hair till you feel the resistance of the mesh and everything. Give that a good twist in the back. Cut off a good bit of the excess of the pipe cleaner and then shove it up through the hole. That way nothing's sticking out. Alright, now we floof out our bow, hopefully. I have to push up our mesh here. I put them flowers in. Alright. That. Just get our red. Alright. Alright. Now just come down here and dovetail our tails. Alright. And if they're too long for you, which, yeah, maybe, you can just cut them shorter. I'm not really sure until I would hang it up. You know, get the overall effect of the wreath. Alright. Okay. This one dovetailed. This where like it's uneven. Alright. And then just like we did for the ribbon tails, we're just gonna cut the end of that at an angle and just singe it with our lighter, because if not, it is really hairy or frizzy or however you want to call it. So let's do that. Drink my latte. Okay, so I'm not sure how this looks. It is a bit different. I actually might move the butterfly down. Well, I don't know. Maybe not. Alright, let me mess with the bow just a little more here. Alright, so let's kind of get all these fluffed out now that we got our bow in there. So let's just kind of get in here and go to separating stuff and just kind of floofing it out. All right. Little pieces out. And then just, you know, fluff this out to where you think it, you know, looks the best. This red flower. See if I can get it. Kind of maneuver it around here. Maybe. Kind of bring it to the front instead of falling to the back there. Alright, just kind of wispy, sticky out. Of course, I'll probably mess with it some more, but alright, let's go over here. Mess with this side now. Uh-oh. Whoopsie. I accidentally pulled a red flower stem out, so I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on that. Just kind of shove it down in there. Whoopsie. Alright. Trying to get the three things kind of separated a little bit. The three sections on the flower stem. Okay. So let's bring this red up like we did the other side. Of course, it's kind of hard to see. It's easier if this was actually hanging up to mess with these florals to kind of get each side symmetrical or whatever you want to call it. Somewhat symmetrical. Okay. I won't mess with it. I'll mess with it more later. You all get the idea. I'll kind of hang it up and fluff it to where, like I said, it's kind of, you know, looks good on both sides. Alright, so let me bring you up. Hello, hello, hello. And of course, you can put a zip tie in here to hang it with. All you gotta do is just put either two in here, because one ain't gonna cut it, or just put one here. I always put like two together if I use those two holes, or I'll just put one right here. Okay, so let me find where we're at, and I can never get this camera. Alright, I can already tell we're gonna have to bring that bow up, but so anyway, just a little something different. And like I said, I'm gonna bring that bow up a little bit. But there it is. Kind of hard to see everything. But I'll get a picture, post it on the Unique and Creek Wreath Creators page tomorrow. And where you can see it a little better, like I said, this bow, I want it to come on up, so I'll probably end up using the outside. Let's see, turn it over here. Yeah, I'll probably bring it up and use the outside of the board and then bring this bottom up. We'll see if that'll kind of look a little better. But alrighty, guys, thanks for joining me. And I will go live on my page Thursday evening, Mountain Gal Creations at 7. And I'll make the kit because Lori wanted all of us to do our own spin on the home kit that she gave. And last I looked, it was still available too. So I'll do my spin on that kit on my business page, Mountain Gal Creations. So if you want to join me there this Thursday at 7, I will see you there. And again, the kits are still available. This one was when I went live, so you can go on there if you wouldn't care, put Keri in the code at checkout to help me with my affiliate. I would appreciate it very much. And I will catch you all Thursday. Thanks, guys.